Once you've satisfied your hunger, get ready for more of the hottest casino games in Vegas. Our 24-hour, 30-table non-smoking poker room proudly hosts all the most popular poker games with a variety of betting limits. Visit the poker room for a schedule of daily tournaments. Whether you're going to hold 'em or fold 'em, the best place for poker is at South Point Casino. You'll notice that our craps tables are usually the loudest in the casino. If you've never played, join one of our free craps lessons to find out what makes this game so exciting. Check with the craps dealer for schedules and give it a roll. Bingo is also an exciting way to spend your time. We offer 7 sessions of bingo every day. Bingo! And each session includes a cash ball jackpot, 12 bingo games, a progressive double action game, and a $10,000 bonus coverall. Electronic units are available. If you haven't played bingo with us, give it a try today. Guests can also get in on the action at our one-of-a-kind race and sports books. 2 separate rooms designed to maximize your experience and comfort. Our sports book, with over 400 seats, puts you right in the middle of the action, 24 hours a day. The friendly ticket writers are happy to help, and it's conveniently located next to the famous Del Mar Deli, where you'll find supersized portions of delicious deli items like roast beef, pastrami, and Reuben sandwiches, or soups, salads, and pizza. Plus spectacular desserts fit for a king. And right next door is the race book. Over 150 seats, each with its own TV screen. There are 16 interactive player terminals, so you can bet right from your seat.
So Pete Carroll was hired by the local NFL team here in Vegas. He turned 74 in September. All Raider games have been moved to 10 a.m. locally so he can hit the senior citizens dinner special at 3. He's putting the silver in the silver and black. The team will now have to play on turf so Pete won't have to yell, "You kids get off my lawn." When he signals in plays, he'll leave his left turn signal blinker on. New offensive coordinator, 82-year-old Wayne Newton. If he were a casino on the Strip, he'd be the oldest one and ready for implosion. My God, Drew Dog, roll the open. This is my impression of Jeff Parles during that whole opening joke segment. I wish I had Elliot Threet. I wish I had the Elliot Threet image up from yesterday. He was smiling the whole time. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to my buddy Bill Neofus for telling me about Pete Carroll being hired, and Keith Lyle threw a few of those in there. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's a Fab Four weekend as the conference championships will be played on Sunday, and in 54 hours, we will know the Super Bowl 59 matchup. Thank you for searching YouTube to watch the show Tom Brady called more exciting than any of my Super Bowl winning performances, and they don't even have to cheat to succeed. Punchlines. It's a program that's a mix of sports, comedy, conversation, and viral videos, plus educated sports betting advice. I'm your host, longtime comedian Frank Nicotero, lifelong sports fan as well. I'll ask you a question, Jeff, right now. Caitlin Clark celebrated her birthday yesterday. She turned 23. By celebrating, she took 54 three-point shots. How many did she make? I'll wait for your answer.
There was 54
total? She took 54 three-point shots.
She made 53.
She made 53. Roll the clip, Drew Dog. Here we go. Here's Caitlin.
That's close.
50.
That's close.
Hit 50 of 54.
Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed she missed 4.
I mean, she's not a robot, but look at this.
Pretty close.
I know. I thought you were going to go way low. I thought you were going to give me Joey B style odds.
No. Come on. I'm seasoned when it comes to making numbers, even though I'm not a professional at it.
Look at. I mean, she is just rapid fire.
Very impressive.
Hitting those.
How many would you make out of 54?
Out of 54.
Ooh, actually, you know what? Hold on a second.
Oh wait. Okay.
While you're pondering.
Okay.
They built a beautiful new rec center, legitimately less than a mile down the road.
Okay.
That has good-looking basketball courts.
Outdoors, indoors?
Indoors.
Okay.
So we could actually try this if we wanted to, Frank.
I'm down. Go right after the show. Do we have we don't have a basketball.
We don't have a basketball. That's a bigger problem. But
can we use the football? We have Ann's at home.
We can do this some point next week, Frank.
We will do it next week. Come back Friday, show the results.
54 attempts for both of us.
54. Okay. What's the over? So who gives the over-under? The punchies or we?
Oh, well, no. I'm just curious. I'm curious what you would set your own over-under at.
27.
You think you can make half?
50%.
I am taking the under on you.
I will now. I can do any point of the 3-point line, right? Top of the key.
You can do top of the key, corner, whatever. As long as there's a legitimate 3-point line.
How long do I have to make those?
No, you can take your time on
Take
the
some
54.
water breaks.
You take if you really need some water breaks, you can take some.
50%. That's a ballsy
no
prediction.
No chance for you.
I'm going to hit
way under.
I'm going to hit 27.
I'll take the under.
If Joey B's watching, give us. I don't know. I'd be like a BB gun out there,
I've seen
just
you
draining
shoot
them.
free throws in the past. I'm taking the under.
Right, free throws don't no good. No, I got to be moving. I got to like come off the dribble, the legs moving.
You're gonna go around. Vince is gonna set a screen for you. You're gonna go around the screen. Yeah, I'm going under.
Try it.
I'm going under.
All right, so I opened the show with some.
Sorry.
No.
I expect to be. I was gonna make my own personal one about 26.
Okay.
So you setting your over under higher makes me feel very confident that if you and I go head to head here, I will win by at least 3.5 makes.
Oh, you're saying? Whoa!
Yeah.
All right, we have a bet.
Yeah.
No, this could involve frosted animal crackers if I lose. That's how confident I am. Wait, you're going to give me plus 3.5 against you?
100%.
When's the last time you shot some threes?
Well, probably about 2 weeks ago.
I'm a little nervous now, but I think
I didn't say how well I shot.
That's
him,
true.
But,
all right, I'm taking the bet.
But okay, all right. That's
done.
Where's the gavel? I know Chris is here later.
We'll
but
get
where's
him to adjudicate. By the way, I had a Joey B joke. Joey B had the line at 44. It went over on Caitlin Clark shooting the threes. So
he'll probably come in with some ridiculously high number. But
if
I would be, in all honesty, Frank, I would be surprised if either of us go over 50%. And if either of us go over
50 would be amazing.
If either of us go over 50%, it's a landslide by whoever wins.
All right. Well, this is here we go.
We did it. All right. We made a challenge out of nothing.
On the show today at 12:40, around 12:40, Judge Chris Andrews will be here to adjudicate some topics. That's the correct term, right? Adjudicate? To judge on, right?
That sounds right.
I look at Vince, yeah.
I think you're right.
That'll pit Parles and I against each other. Fun. Since it's Friday, let's find out what he thinks of the Aaron Glenn hiring as the Jets head coach, our Mr. Friday, Jeff Parles. Jeff, this is changing, though. We have Aaron Glenn, because you're a Jets fan, but the late breaking news is 74-year-old. He'll be 74 in September. Pete Carroll signed a 3-year deal with the Raiders to head coach.
Well,
did anyone see that coming?
Yeah, I mean anything's in play with the Raiders. Look, you have a guy who knows how to establish a winning culture.
This is true. Done in college and pro,
which is good,
right?
But this feels like one of the bigger overhauls that is needed of the jobs available.
Yeah,
I think New Orleans is technically the biggest overhaul. They have no cap space. They have bad quarterback situation.
Correct.
That's the worst. That was by margin.
They have
the worst
Spencer
job.
Rattler,
but the Raiders do have cap space.
Yeah,
but this just feels like you're going to have Pete Carroll maybe coach a team for 3-4 years, and then that's it at most. Like, we're high-end 3-4 years. Like, look, he's as spry as a duckbill platypus, but you're in a scenario where this feels very, very weird that, like, Carroll in Dallas almost made more sense to me.
Yeah, it did with Jerry Jones.
Like, at least that team is in a conference where you can make the playoffs pretty quickly. Look at the division the Raiders are in.
Right.
3 playoff teams. The Broncos are only going to get better, probably.
Right.
The Chargers are likely only to get better.
Chiefs are fine.
And the Chiefs are the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So, very difficult.
It really is.
Credit to Pete. Maybe Pete wants to live in Las Vegas for a little bit. Don't blame that. Not a bad place to retire at.
That's true.
And also, too, Frank, which casino will we see Pete Carroll at a slot machine at 8 a.m. on a Wednesday during the offseason?
South Point.
So it's
the
possible. My thinking was the M, because the M is essentially across the street from the Raiders facility in Henderson.
Yeah.
But this is a pretty good second.
Silverton, you might like to look at the fish.
Those were the 3 odds-on favorite for me. And then the wild one is he shows up randomly at Aliante all the way up north.
I've been by that one.
Yeah.
I just was by that one.
I think Sean lives by Aliante.
I had a gig out that way. So the funny thing is Tom Brady's part of this hiring, right? So,
I mean,
the first thing Tom Brady says to him is, hey, if you're in the Super Bowl and you're on the 2-yard line, run the ball, don't pass. That has to be the first thing he says.
It is pretty funny. Brady is now like a minority owner of the team that the Tuck rule happened against, and he hired the coach that is now the
biggest stupid bonehead play of all time.
Well, again, the Patriots had obviously a lot of those are famous or infamous, depending on what way you're looking at it.
That's a very interesting point.
That's someone made that on Twitter today.
And
if
also,
you hire John Gruden again.
I like that someone made that joke, and the joke I made to Vince was like, "Hey, Carroll Brady." You know what, Ann? Anyway, we will end. We have a lot going on today. We have the Punch Bowl. We got our gambling advice at 12:36. A few things for Punch Bowl pundits and a Kenny White dog of the day plus our cute dog to end the day. It's time now for top of show breaking video, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, can you get more breaking than the Pete Carroll thing? Pete Carroll hired by the Raiders. He probably has, like, don't you think that they said you got to hire a coordinator as the plan to succeed you, possibly?
I don't know. I mean, look, so Liam Cohen also came off the board
That
as
whole
well.
thing.
He's going to
That's
Jacksonville.
crazy, yeah.
I mean, look, it's very interesting that the Raiders, and look, I'm not saying Carroll shouldn't take the job. I'm not saying the Raiders shouldn't explore it. It's like they could have done worse, for sure. It just 74-year-old who the last time we saw, I thought the game had passed him by.
Right.
It is a little bit, that is the big hesitation more so than anything.
George Halas was 72 when he retired, but he also looked like he was 300 years old. So people keep better, they keep better shape. I mean, he's not ancient looking. I mean, he still runs.
I mean, 70s
does hurdles like Edwin Moses, for
football
God's
players
sakes.
look like they were 60 years old when they were.
Yeah.
I mean, Sparky Anderson looked like he was 100 when he was 29.
He was in his 30s when he had that silver hair. We showed that a long time ago. Okay, top of show breaking video. Look, I'm not sure how many people in Nebraska drive Porsches, but but add one to the total after this guy in Nebraska drained a full court putt. Not a shot, Jeff. Look at this thing rolling.
Porsche. He's got the line. It rolls smoothly down the court, braking and gaining speed.
Look how slow it went. It was like a three-toed sloth, like creeping into that hole.
Look, it had as much accuracy as a BB gun, but that's pretty
Now, look,
impressive.
They hit him a key. Wait a second. Now, I don't know about giveaways, but they hand him a key? Like,
why not?
There's no. He's got to sign some paperwork, I would think.
Yeah, it's for everyone in attendance.
He's got about 9 beers. He's going to drive off in the new Porsche.
I would hope not, but no, that's great. I mean, look, that might be one of 2 Porsches in Nebraska.
I'm not. Listen, if you're in Nebraska, I'm just saying.
Apologize, but we don't really, but we do apologize.
And then the announcer's like, he did the Tiger fist pump, and I'm like, just don't drive it like Tiger Woods. 3, 4. Okay, here we go. On to the next clip. The Oklahoma Thunder. Don't you know Tiger wrecked a car? Does anyone? You know,
When
Ann doesn't direct, she has got some lip on her in the corner.
That was like 2009. That was
Whatever.
15 years ago.
Everyone was alive in this room for it. Jeez, it's not like
Was Drew Dog alive?
I don't know. I remember it. I have a good memory like an elephant. Jeez, what are you gonna say? It's not like it was so long ago, like Bucky Dent's homer in '78. Jeez. The Oklahoma Thunder lost a home game last night, but a fan won big at halftime. Now, Jeff, here's the thing. All right, show the half-court shot. Are we tired of these? Are we tired of the half-court shots? This one had a little drama to it, though. Didn't swish it, didn't backboard it.
That was a dramatic rim rattle.
You see him right there? That's me against Parles next week. Just draining threes, getting hugged by a wild mascot. Are there mascots at the rec center down the street? That's me right there. 27! Yeah! Let's go! All right, so was that impressive to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing it in front of 20,000 people. I mean, that's...
All right. Or is this more impressive? 66 feet
I didn't
by
know.
a pro in a game, Joker. So Jokic hit that last night. Look how excited he is. He's angry he has to walk over to the bench. So, yeah, he just casually took an inbound pass through a 66-footer in, and after the game they asked him, wow, were you amazed that you hit that shot? And this was his reaction.
Tonight was from right about where we're standing, right over there, a 66-foot make. What were you thinking when you let that one go?
I knew it was going in, so.
He knew that it was going in. That's
I'm
it.
surprised it's only 66 feet, honestly.
Well, how long is the court?
What, 94?
94. It seems more like 80.
I thought it was like 75 when I first saw it, but regardless, pretty darn good. That Joker guy's good at this basketball thing.
He's
right,
good.
Frank?
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then he just like lumbers over to the bench like some sort of walrus. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more basketball clip. The Mavs beat the Thunder. Now, there's a player named Lou Dort. Have you heard of Lou Dort?
Yeah, of course.
I had not.
Lou Dort's been in the NBA for almost a decade now.
I did not know that. I wasn't sure who he was.
Complete pain in the ass to play against. Good player, though.
He is a good player. I had just heard of him. So anyway, the Mavs beat the Thunder, and in the game, Lou Dort was ejected for this. I mean, why? He got all ball. Here we go. So someone sent a screen, and we'll get a close-up. So, yeah, I think there's a close-up here. He was yanked from the game after that. The ref saw it. Here's kind of every guy will wince, but I don't know. Oh, he kind of hit him up top there. So
still hurts.
Lou Dort. Now I know the name Lou Dort. Howie doesn't have a Doritos sponsorship. I like how the refs now get that camera. They have like an and cam. We have a Drew cam now. Drew Dog cam. Here we go. Drew Dog cam. There he is. He's got his own cam now. And set up an and cam. Reno Paul was very excited about that. I'm supposed to hit live chat, not top chat. There we go. All right, we have a comedy clip of the day for you now, ladies and gentlemen. Joey B gave us odds.
Yeah, they're bad odds.
Odds on Parles versus Nicotero hoops 1-on-1. Well, not one. Parles 1-on-1 is minus.
1-on-1. Okay,
1-on-1.
I didn't even.
1-on-1. When she doesn't direct, she's in the corner.
I didn't even read that it was 1-on-1. Joey B, you have made a lot of terrible odds. This is without a doubt the worst one.
Parles minus 115.
As a 1-on-1,
yeah.
I should be minus 2,500 against you.
You've never seen the skills on the court.
I've seen enough.
Free throws whilst drinking at the NCAA tournament upstairs at the
minus
South Point.
2,500.
That is not me on the court.
In a regular 1-on-1 game, minus 2,500.
Oh, man.
Easily.
Get the petty cash out of
Easily on a 1-on-1 game. The 3 is a little bit different. That's why.
Do you know how quick I am? Even at my age, I still got a step. I got the crossover. Maybe not, but I can do that.
I'm making minus 10,000 based off whatever that was.
You're making me a long shot like the Steelers losing the 1996 AFC Championship. Went out for Papuno, caught those 2 long passes.
I mean, your country house in the Kentucky Derby a few years ago. That's basically what you are.
All right, we'll get back to more basketball later. Let's focus on the mayor of Philadelphia, ladies and gentlemen. Did you see her the other day?
Oh, yes, I did.
She went viral. She couldn't spell the name Eagles. She chanted it. She forgot an A. She tried to redeem herself by addressing the fact that she went viral in our comedy clip of the day.
Now listen, your man done went out there and got in trouble, y'all.
Football finals, baby.
I done went out there and we went viral.
Now the pressure's on.
On today, we have to show the nation that your man's also a good student. So Philly, are you ready to teach your man? Yeah! Teach your man.
The Grammar Police, excellent title. So she asked them for help. She didn't even do it. That is so lame. She's like, are they right? She turns to the mascot. She's like, did they get it? I'm not really sure. I wasn't paying attention, but I think they got it.
I don't know. I enjoyed look, self-awareness is very important in this business, as we know.
By the way, you got to take it head on.
100%. When you do something that ridiculous, which that was ridiculous, going what was it? ELG, ELS, whatever
like
it was.
that.
Something insane like that.
I think there was a schwa in there.
And a schwabba. That's football frenzy there, Frank. But no, that's... I enjoyed the first. Look, good self-awareness.
Good for her. Good for her.
Mayor, for sure.
Let's see here. We have Ev Natola. Everyone needs to laugh. Matching shirts by the hosts. Boss must be there. No, we didn't realize that we were wearing matching shirts, but I will confess that I said to Jeff, I go, what are you doing, 1 or 2 buttons? He said 2, because I had this. I had it open a little.
If you had some chest hair, I'd say do it.
I have like 19 chest hairs.
19, exactly.
I counted once a long time ago. It was a very boring flight somewhere. But that's not true. But I'm staying with the 2 buttons. There we go. We have someone in the chat. It goes by the handle 667768. So they are saying that February 23rd, 21 was the Tiger Woods crash in Los Angeles. Everyone apologized to Frank.
Yeah, that's not what you were talking about, though. You were talking about the other. You're talking about Elon.
Oh, no. I was talking about when he wrecked the Buick and almost died.
Okay. All right. I will apologize. I thought you were referring to the car
Vince,
crash
Jerry,
after the fight with Elon.
Dog?
So I will apologize to that. But Mr. Numbers needs to come in with a real name.
What could be Mrs. Numbers?
Or Mrs. Numbers. That's right. Mr. or Mrs. Numbers or anyone else who is using numbers, please come in with a name.
All right. Well, there you go.
I genuinely thought you were talking about the Elon stuff, so I apologize.
No. I'd even forgotten about that.
I doubt you did, but it's okay.
Wasn't there a golf club involved? See, anything that involves a golf club, I don't like to bring up. I don't like to bring up. He had a golf club. There was a situation with me here with the golf club.
But Mr. or Mrs. Numbers, please put a real name. Unless if it's Morse code, then we can do something.
Well, maybe we'll have to decipher it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the roll call, see who's in the chat room today. It was a pretty good, fun time there for the. Wow, we're already 18 minutes into the show. I gave a challenge. I said, give Jeff Parles and I a famous athlete, a household name or a name, and we'll seamlessly work it in. And
we've done okay so far.
We'll try not to laugh. We both used BB gun. And duck-billed platypus, I got to give you that one. I threw Bucky Dent in there, elephant. We didn't do walrus.
You did do walrus.
I did do walrus. That joke. That's right. That Jokic. Aaron O'Connor still got a couple that we can try. Oh, I did the sloth. The ball crawled in like a sloth. All right, we're gonna keep going. Let's see here. Joey B. Okay. Well, Joey B. Kickoff challenge question: sloth or anaconda? Well, we did a sloth. No, I can't. I ruined the anaconda one.
I was gonna do some Sir Mix-a-Lot, but I guess we're not.
My anaconda don't. All right, let's do lines of the night, Jeff. Here we go. Lines of the night. I'll start off today. So, a lot has been made about the Kansas City Chiefs' lack of penalties being called on the Chiefs, right? I even heard someone use the term roughing the Patrick instead of roughing the passer, which I thought was kind of clever. Had you heard that one?
No, it's not bad though.
It's not bad, roughing the Patrick. Go ahead, CBS, you can use that. So everyone's like, oh, they don't. Here's proof. Here's proof that it happened. So look at this. Since 2021, the Chiefs have had 0 playoff games with more penalties than their opponent. Are they a disciplined team? Says the big googly eyes. Is this a coincidence, Jeff? What do you think about that?
Well, so I'll go to Warren Sharp, who has changed over the years, but it definitely still can dive into numbers every once in a while. And he went through it, and Kansas City's gets penalized more over the last 5 years. Has gotten penalized more in the regular season than their opponents have, actually.
Okay, good touche.
But flip it around, yeah,
when it counts,
they have not been as penalized. But look, when you play as many huge games as Kansas City has through the years, you're going to be a lot more comfortable in those big games.
It's a lot of false starts.
You're not going to be as twitchy. You're not going to have as many BS holdings. But, and Warren Sharp laid that whole argument out. And look, I didn't think that Saturday was as bad as everyone made it out to be. I actually thought that last Saturday,
the one hit where they both came out, it looked like a helmet hit.
I could see how the ref messed that.
He's a runner.
I could see how he missed both of those calls. Were they right? Probably. The first one by the letter of the law probably was.
Right.
The second one probably wasn't.
Right.
But look, I love Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. I think they're the best tandem there is. Aikman was furious at the ref. Was furious at the ref.
He's
the whole
been really
time.
vocal, yeah.
But look, it's so funny. The worst referee call of the whole weekend happened in the Detroit-Washington game.
Which one was that?
Which was the face mask that would have gotten Washington off the field at the beginning of the third quarter. Called it a face mask. Detroit drove down, scored a touchdown, and I'm thinking in my head with all those Washington bets, I'm going to end up losing because of this
that's
call.
Right. How many for you? Like 6 tickets with the Commanders?
I had more than enough. Let's just go with that. I had more than I should have, but it ended up working out.
Very good. To win, right? The money line?
It went out. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, plus 450, plus 425, plus 400, plus 410.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so we're
impressive.
It was a nice Saturday night.
Yeah.
But no one said anything on social media. Everyone's like, look, their brain has been broken on the Chiefs.
Right.
And it's funny because you got people in New England saying, oh, the Patriots didn't get that calls, which the answer to that is bullshit. You did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, was that one of the words?
You did. Sorry, you did. You got them all.
That's true.
But look, you're in a scenario where everyone's brain is broken with anything related to Kansas City. So look, we'll get into those games later. But,
okay. Yeah.
But
Interesting.
It's not as bad as everyone thinks it is. It just seems worse because they continually
They're under a microscope.
They continue to win games and win big games.
Excellently done. That doesn't sound right.
That's fine. It was close enough.
Excellent job. All right, and you have one too here about Bill Belichick and a bonus.
You know, it's funny. $350,000 bonus if the Heels just make the Pop-Tarts
If they
Bowl.
just make the Pop-Tart Bowl.
I thought it was they had to win it. All right,
no, they just got to make it. He had a lot of bonuses. Nice. There's $1 million for
that's
the net.
That's good. So look.
He's got a Pop-Tart bonus.
I'll ask you this.
Yeah.
Because you're a funny man.
Yes.
What would be funnier to you?
First of
Bill
all,
Belichick. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm giving you
give me the question.
I'm giving you an either or here.
All right.
if Bill Belichick coached in the Pop-Tarts Bowl
Yep.
or Bill Belichick coached in the Mayo Bowl.
Not to get- wait. Oh, he has to get the mayo poured on him
If
at the
they
end?
win, yeah.
We don't even need Chris here to be the judge. It's the Mayo Bowl.
I don't even think it's for debate.
Oh, my God. That'd be hysterical. And his 24-year-old girlfriend would be like, ew, that's so gross. Let me do a TikTok. No, but making the Pop-Tart Bowl would be amazing. But if they had to pour mayo on Bill Belichick, that would be hysterical. So anyway, there you go. He's got a lot of bonuses. We'll see. Let's move on. Very good. All right, Jeff, I understand you brought in some bobbleheads here. By the way, Reno Paul, by the way, went 3 for 3 on Paul's picks on Wednesday. Houston, Cleveland, Boston, Clippers, Lakers versus Celtics. Cashed it, baby.
That's good. Reno Paul's allowed to bet NBA. I'm not, because Ryan McCormick's allowed to slap me in the face if I do.
Jeez. Does player 424 count as an athlete for the kickoff question? He's referring to Beast Games. Is anyone else watching Beast Games on Amazon?
I'm not.
Oh, my God.
I should.
Guys,
Is it any
it's
good?
It's so much fun. It's
Really?
awesome. It's one of the best game shows. The money they put into this thing and the money he's giving away is awesome.
I actually, this guy's head is.
Yeah, who is that guy?
Well, you're going to have to figure these
Oh,
out.
shoot. Okay, here
Yeah,
we go. I'm going to take a
see?
sip of tea here.
See, we're going to get all these out, and then I have one surprise one at the end.
I like it. Oh, my God. Okay. All right.
Doesn't this look great, Vince? It looks great. Yeah. It even made it in the shot.
You lined them up perfectly.
Yeah.
Well, Drew Doug's so good. He knows how to do this. All right, what do we got here?
Well, I have 2 bobbleheads and a duck.
And I have to name who they are.
Yes, they're all basketball players from the early 2000s to mid 2000s.
Okay, can you face
two of them are currently in the Hall of Fame.
All right, can you face the first one, the little guy with the ball? No, not the duck. I'm gonna do the duck last.
You're gonna do that guy.
Okay, that says the Bucks.
Nope, that does not.
What is Spurs? It's a Spur.
Yes.
Okay. Now, obviously, the
big bobbler.
It kind of looks like Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Is that Tim Duncan?
Is that your final answer?
Well, I get a few guys. That from the profile looks
Is
like.
that your final answer?
Is
Is that your first guess?
That's my first guess. Is Tim Duncan?
It is Tim Duncan.
Oh, Wake Forest or
Wake Forest.
There you go. I remember him playing college.
The only other one that would have even made remote sense for this kind of era, like you could have a Manu Ginobili, a Tony Parker.
Ginobili, I wouldn't know. We just talked about Ginobili in Argentina.
Ginobili by his receding hairline.
Right, and we mentioned Argentinian basketball with, apparently Matt Nevert says Argentina or Serbia, was it Serbian basketball is like English soccer in the stands, that it's absolutely.
Oh, it's more insane than that.
I have never seen this.
Assume any European, especially as you go further east in Europe, the more nuts it gets in the crowd.
Okay, so we're gonna have, when Matt's on next week, we're gonna have some clips because I've never seen
You
it.
can find some Slovakian.
I want to be surprised by it. I want to be surprised. So Matt will pick out a few clips.
Duncan, wow, this guy really bobbles good.
Yeah, that's a good one, but
That's
it's also
pretty good.
unbreakable, which is nice because when I moved,
It's
a lot of
upper
mine
deck collectibles.
didn't survive. All right, the next player. Here we go.
You want the bobblehead or the duck?
I'll go with the bobblehead. We're gonna go right
bobblehead.
down the line.
Bobblehead.
New Jersey Nets.
Yes.
Is that Jason Williams,
It is not.
who is not a good person?
He's not in prison anymore.
He is not in prison. He got out for the.
Yeah.
I used to know that guy's name. Well, it's not Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is who I thought maybe the duck is, but we're not getting to that yet.
We're not on the duck yet.
Not on the duck yet. All right. New Jersey Nets. Bruce Bowen.
What?
I don't know. He was a Spur.
Yeah.
Give me a clue on this one.
He was the number 1 overall pick out of the University of Cincinnati.
Okay. I know Kenyon Martin.
Very good.
There you go. I only knew Cincinnati. There you
Very
go.
good.
Love Kenyon Martin. Love that Cincinnati team, actually.
Kenny Martin.
Are you a big Net? Is the Nets your team?
The Nets, when I was growing up, we had season tickets when they still played at Continental Airlines Arena. Rest in peace, Continental Airlines.
Which is a good airline, by the way. I used to have a lot of
And now
miles.
for the duck.
It's not Jason Kidd, is it? Kidd.
is
That's
Jason.
Kidd.
It is Jason
It
Kidd.
is Jason Kidd. I didn't do so bad.
And then I got one more for you.
Oh, a bonus.
I got one more for you. Who is this? No, it is not.
Jim
Blonde
Lampley.
hair?
Jim Lampley?
No,
It's an announcer of some sort.
that is correct.
Kind of looks like Jim Lampley. You. Is it Jeff? It's a Jeff Bobblehead. Yes! That's been Bobbleheads with Jeff, ladies and gentlemen. Where did you get that made in
That was a gift.
You know how I knew it? The hair.
The hair is way too blonde, though.
But that's what gave it away. That's outstanding.
Yes,
I
this
think
was
that
a
should
gift.
stay here in the studio and be on our little collection.
Makes me very handsome, honestly.
That's very
Also,
nice.
the most unrealistic part of this is that I would wear a tie.
I was going to say, you're wearing black and gold. You're wearing steel colors and
Oh, this is Mizzou colors. by the
South
way.
Point color. Well, let's say South Point.
South Point. We'll say South Point.
color.
But
Let's say
Mizzou,
South Point
yes.
studio.
This is a college era Jeff bobblehead.
I love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a look at today's episode. Today's episode, number 326.
Wow, you've been on the air that long.
326. You're probably close to 400.
We're well over that now. Yeah.
Creeping to 400. 326 is the area code for where in the United States? We're doing area code stuff
I
now.
have no idea.
Johnny, JR from the ballpark, is he watching? It is the area code of Northeast Cincinnati, Dayton, Ohio. So it's an Ohio one.
No wonder I didn't know that.
I even have Johnny, right? Maybe Johnny's off today. But oh, no, he's there. He was in a meeting. Oh, well, that's a little more important. Frank, he might want to look at the fish. Oh, yeah, she thought that was funny when I said that about Pete Carroll. Have you ever done that? Have you ever gone to the Silverton and seen the big aquarium?
Oh, it's awesome.
It's unbelievable.
By the way, speaking of fish, I don't know if you saw this.
The
or
fish
not.
that say Pittsburgh? Yes.
No, not
Many
that
times.
one. Not that one.
Okay.
Many times I would have that over under 310 for you.
Take the under, but close.
It's close.
Yeah.
That's actually a good number, probably.
That's good.
Did you see some kid in Utah got arrested for putting fish on multiple ATMs in the city of Provo?
Oh, wait, like,
Actual fish.
what do you mean on an ATM?
Like, taped them to the ATM.
Dead fish?
Yes.
I didn't.
One of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
Caden!
Oh, I didn't even think of that, actually.
Caden! These are not things you should be doing in Utah. No, I did not hear that. I did not hear about that. That is, wow.
Yeah.
That
This
joke-
was about a year ago, but I popped up on my social media.
Oh.
Not too
So
not
that
too
story's
long ago.
been floundering for a while.
Yeah, just, wow. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
All right, this is why people tune in.
I'm doing it.
Come on! Give me another fish, joke. That's why people tune in. All right, we have to get back to the trout. Oh, I lost it. Okay,
Too
all right.
much.
Too much. Comedy comes in threes. I couldn't do a third one. Someone has a third fish joke.
I'm telling you that flounder one. That is a top 5 joke in the history of this show.
Whoa! I just
Is
got a
that
top
good?
5 joke ever.
Now the khakis is still number 1.
Jesus.
But
I'll never live down the khakis, ladies and gentlemen.
that's the funniest.
That was the
I think that might have been the funniest moment in the history of the show.
Wait a second. We have the year anniversary coming up in March.
We do.
Well, because it was the Final Four.
It was the,
opening
first round.
day.
We need to get you 2 neutrals, and we'll be more than neutral at that point.
Opening day of March Madness. Evan Nicola, the Jeff bobblehead looks like RFK Jr.
No, what?
That's not-
No, it doesn't. There's actually less Botox in this one.
and yeah, there's enough jokes there. All right.
Jr. Come on,
Ladies
guys.
and gentlemen,
Evaluate your faces. That's terrible.
Now we don't do the Barbara Walters thing anymore unless I know you.
Can we
loved
do it?
I don't know if we have it. It's deleted. It's been deleted, Jeff. Ann and I
man.
quickly dismissed it one day. I go, hey, are we done with that? And he goes, yep.
Damn.
And then
It's a
I
shame.
said, it's gone. And then Jeff was disappointed we didn't have it. So anyway.
That's a shame.
Today is January 24th, 2025. Here are your national days. Pick out the fake one. Here we go. There's a lot of them. Well, first of all, I'm going to start with the one that's probably going to bother you. National Peanut Butter Day.
Okay.
You hate peanut butter.
Yeah, but I don't. It's okay though.
I still okay. Here we go. National Talk Like a Grizzled Prospector Day. Would you like to talk like a grizzled prospector?
We need to be allowed to grow out our facial hair a little more.
Heels up there.
But yeah.
Come down to the South Point. Yeah. Okay. Starting over.
Whiskey
National
Pete?
Talk. What?
Whiskey Pete, right?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I was doing a little. Who was Walter Brennan? National Talk Like a Grizzled Prospector Day. Global Belly Laugh Day. Ha! National Peanut Butter Day, National Lobster Thermidor Day, National Beer Can Appreciation Day, National Credit Card Roulette Day, Macintosh Computer Day, National Compliment Day, National Just Do It Day.
I will tell you, if it's National Credit Card Roulette Day,
Yes.
there should be more anxiety across the country than anything. Go out with the big meals.
We will
whatever.
explain what that is.
Yeah.
Let's. Wow, we got a lot of people. All right, so Jerry says credit card roulette is not really. What did you buy? Oh, okay. Drew Dog says beer can appreciation. How's dry January going? Vince, compliment day, nice shirt, Frank. Thank you. Ann, are you in on this?
Credit card roulette.
Jeff?
Whiskey Pete Day.
Grizzle Prospect Day. I don't see a Whiskey Pete Day on here, but the fake one is National Credit Card Roulette Day. Way to go, everybody got me. No, I did not play that yesterday. If you're not familiar, I've been told I say familiar. It's a very Pittsburghy thing. Credit card roulette is where you go out to dinner with friends. Everyone throws their credit card in like a bread basket, and you tell the server to pick one, and that person has to pay for the entire check. First time I ever did this with my cousin Greg and my Uncle Jim. My Uncle Jim was like, this idea sounds great. We were at an Indian restaurant in L.A. His card got picked. He had to pay. He's like, I still love the game, even though I got stuck with the bill. National Compliment Day. Jeff complimented a joke. Thank you, Jeff. You look very nice today. Your hair looks nice.
Thank you.
Global Belly Laugh Day. I got like at least 12 of those already this show.
You're having a great show. You really are, Frank.
It's National Compliment Day.
Yeah,
Beer Can Appreciation Day. I've only had 6 beers so far in January.
I have a question on
Yes.
that. Isn't every day National Beer Can Appreciation Day?
I think maybe you're supposed to look at like collectible cans, maybe like Steel or Iron City beer cans from the 70s. Yeah, it could be everything.
When you were in, I'm sure you've toured through Colorado in the past,
Yes.
right? You ever go to the
Coors Factory? No, Golden, Colorado.
They had a great collection of old beer
Right,
cans.
there you go.
There.
A lot of bars. The Chicky Pete's.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah, Chicken Pete's over at
Yeah,
Sahara.
we call it Chicky Pete's.
Philadelphia's specialty place.
Oh, over at Sahara. They have a lot of beer cans above the bar, and they have some Iron City ones up there. Okay, birthdays. This was one of my first crushes as a kid. Gold medal winning gymnast Mary Lou Retton had the Sports Illustrated cover in the 84 Olympics. She turns 57. Neil Diamond is 84. Sweet Caroline.
Ba, ba, ba. What is
Jeff.
wrong with everybody?
Only Jeff.
Wow.
Only Jeff.
That was, should we both leave? Did
I
Drew
didn't
Dog
hear
do
him.
it? All right, Drew Dog, we appreciate
Drew
you.
Dog, let's hear the solo. Sweet Caroline.
We might have to leave. Like,
Crickets.
the show might be over.
I really, the glass, come on. Jerry, you're a rocker. That's a classic. It's not rock, but I mean, Neil Diamond was rock back in the day. John Belushi was born in 1949, one of my favorites. Caden, if he's done taping fish to ATMs, has put them all in the AI machine and combined them all. Here we go. Here are images of the day. Bam. All right. There's Neil. It looks like Neil Diamond. It looks like the Neil Diamond guy who does the show here at the South Point, actually, who we had on the show, who's actually like a goalie, an emergency goalie. What was his name? Jay White. It looks like Jay White. He's eating peanut butter. He's playing credit card roulette. What else is going on there? He's complimenting himself, and he's got a stack of cash there. Just do it. Have you ever seen the Shia LaBeouf "Just Do It" video where he's trying to? It's like a self-help thing.
By the way, can I just bring something up real
Please.
quick? The Macintosh Thermidor beer can.
Lobster Thermidor with the Macintosh beer can.
That is one. That might be AI's finest work.
That's one of the best.
That looks incredible.
And
honestly.
that Mary Lou Retton was never blonde nor tall and slender quite like that.
That's all right.
But this girl has a Macintosh Thermidor beer can, and she wears a Macintosh shirt. So there you go.
Also, big fan of the credit card on that side.
There you go. What is lobster Thermidor? They you add cream or something, or what?
Yeah, cream and bacon. I think.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's delicious. Well, I say everything with lobster is delicious.
They mentioned it in Modern Family once. It was a very popular dish in the 50s. Like that and Cherry's Jubilee would be a complete meal. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there you
Cherry's
go.
Jubilee.
Cherry's Jubilee. I think that was when you lit on fire, maybe?
Cherry's Jubilee. They make a great one over at Michael's here.
There you go. Well, I'm not allowed within 50 feet of Michael's.
Is that true?
No, I might.
You should go once. It
I
is a
should go.
magnificent. At least once. You're rolling in cash
That's what I
anyway.
hear.
So.
Oh yeah, all the wins on my bets. Let's see here. Okay, it's time. We got a couple. Well, it's time for picks at 12:36. Oh, I got it in at 12:36 and 59 seconds. Yes. Drew Dog, 6 beers. I'll take the over. He says. I've only had 6 in January. I've been counting, but tonight I will be doing 2 shows at Delirious down in Hennessy's down on Fremont Street. It's Alex White's birthday. She's coming down with some friends, so I will probably imbibe and take that number 6 into the double digits.
Just so you know, tomorrow morning, Sports by the Book, I am on my own tomorrow.
I knew that. Alex purposely took the day off.
Yeah.
So Jeff will be riding solo, so he thinks. Oh, no, we're going to come in.
Please.
During your show.
Please.
Jump on! Woo, woo, woo.
You have to still be intoxicated, though. I don't know if that's allowed or not, but
I got to, sure. Okay. Jeff, what do we got for picks right now? We got big games this weekend.
We're doing something we've never done before. We're going to England.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah, we're going to England.
All right, we're going to England, baby.
We're going to England.
Here we go.
I was about to say something Australian, which would have made no sense.
Do it.
No,
Sweet Caroline.
Wow.
Okay, go for it. I'm ending the show. Here comes Chris. Chris, we yelled Sweet Caroline, and they didn't do the bump, bump, bumps.
We're taking.
Sweet Caroline, it's inherent. Thank you, Chris. Jeez, we're all wearing the same shirt. Yes. Did you see us and change?
No.
Okay.
I've been watching, and I do. Now, I like to wear a shirt of somebody who's playing
Usually.
Two teams that I have shirts for: Penn State, who I've worn that plenty of times,
right? And
Washington University, and I wore that last week,
right?
So I wore that.
We need a picture after the show. This could be this is magic right here. And he's going. You go one button. I'm going to go one button.
Well,
he has Greek chest hair. I have nothing here. There's.
What is happening?
I'll go two buttons.
I'm not the dermatologist.
Why did they just go? What?
I'm not your dermatologist, Frank.
Okay, but you play one on TV. All right, Jeff.
We're taking Bournemouth against Nottingham Forest tomorrow morning.
What is Nottingham Forest?
Yes.
From Robin Hood?
Nottingham Forest, currently third in the EPL. Due for a regression. We're taking Bournemouth tomorrow. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
as we all expected.
I have to give it to Jeff. That is a pull. That is a deep pull. It's not like there aren't some big football games this weekend.
I don't have any official plays at the moment. That's the main reason why.
There's a bunch of props too.
There's a bunch of props. That's why, Chris. Yeah, we got a prop sheet. We have exacta picks still, right?
I do think Kansas City wins. I expect Philly to win, but I'm not.
So the Washington team, you cashed a lot of tickets on.
Chris, I'll ask you this. We kind of talked about this on Monday. Like, even though Jalen Hurts is practicing, even though it's like, how can we be certain that Jalen Hurts is 100%? I don't know.
That's hard to make a line, right?
I know we're going to talk about this more at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
But,
Football Frenzy.
It was one of those deals where there was like 5.5 in the market when I opened. I opened 5, worried about Hurts. First bet came in on the dog. Went to 4.5, and then they laid me 4.5. They laid me 5. They laid me 5.5. I'm at 6 now.
Wow.
So, but he is practicing. But I'm kind of with Jeff. I mean, it's like, okay, how effective is he going to be? Because running is a big part of his game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if you saw the meme, but if Buffalo and Philly make the Super Bowl and there's some injuries in these games, we could be looking at a Mitch Trubisky versus Kenny Pickett Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That would just be the worst scenario for every Steeler fan. And over for the NFL. It actually might be the lowest numbers in Super Bowl history if that would happen.
By the way, I brought this up to Chris on Monday. Yes. If the Bills lose to the Eagles in the Super Bowl, they will become the first team in NFL history to lose a Super Bowl to every single team in one division.
In the NFC East,
Yes, they will be the only team to have ever done that. Which, in all honesty, let's be real, kind of hard to lose 4 Super Bowls to begin with. Even
in
harder
a row.
to lose 4 in a row like they did.
Oh, my gosh.
So, yes, they could make some infamous history if they lose to Philadelphia.
All right, speaking of Jalen Hurts, no matter who's quarterback in Philadelphia, I am going with my pick is my chucker bet, which has been cashing left and right. I am going with over-under, let's see, Jaden Daniels, longest completion over 34.5 yards. He's got Terry McLaurin. He's got weapons. He's got Eckler out of the backfield who could catch a little swing pass and take it easily 34 yards.
Looks like
we could put you on ESPN because that's all they have. More or less, more. Over, under, over. I mean, Fortenbaugh's the only one. Joe Fortenbaugh's a friend of ours.
You always say he's the only one.
He's the one. He goes. He's the only rational one out there. If you're going to listen to anybody on any of these talking head shows, listen to Fortenbaugh.
Well, here's my other bet: Jalen Hurts under.
Oh my God.
33.5.
What?
Fix the graphic. Fix the graphic.
What?
Well, it's just because we just told him he wasn't 100.
Fix the graphic.
No,
the graphic's wrong.
Yeah.
It says over. That is a typo, Vince. I can't believe it.
Well, his fingers automatically go to over.
Well, I will
the Frank button.
I will tell you, now that you've switched yourself, even though you haven't really switched yourself, the first play is going to be a 40-yard play to Devontae Smith.
The only one I'm doing is the Jaden Daniels one. I'm going to take Jaden Daniels over 34.5, which is right around where I thought it would be, 35 maybe. So I will take that. I have been doing well with that. Moving on. Okay. We have Chris here, and he came in a little early, which is great, so we can do a couple Punch Bowl pundit clips here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. We have a couple, and I want Jeff's take and Chris's take. I'm going to pull the first one. You can go. There's 2 more in there, but here we go. All right. Drew Dog, punch bowl number 1. If you could bring up this graphic, I know it's going to be hard to see possibly for Jeff and Chris. But anyway, we kudos to the Baltimore Orioles. If you can read that, they have revealed a new Birdland value menu that features 11 items for $5 or less. If you take a look, hot dogs $4, popcorn $3.50, bottled water $4, which that's honestly, I know that sounds insane, but at a sporting event, it's not bad. And a selection of 12-ounce beers for $5. These are very South Point-ish numbers right there.
What the hell is packaged desserts?
Packaged dessert. That's it's dealer's choice. It's going to be a surprise. So my question to you, Jeff, and Chris, you can play along too. You got $17. What are you buying? You only have $17.
Oh, wow.
So
Can
Jeff,
I see that list again?
Yeah, we can put it up there if that's easier for. Yeah, there we go. So Jeff, $17. I know. I figured you were going
3
popcorn.
beers. No,
Three beers. All right, what do you got? Give me three things or so, 3 or 4 things.
Well, first off, I'm intrigued by these packaged desserts, whatever the hell that happens.
Gotta have that.
No, look, you gotta take the refillable soda cup because you
That's
get
a good deal.
you could potentially get. If you're doing a 9-inning challenge, you can get 4 times 9. That's a $36. That's a
$36 value.
That's $32 value there, my friend.
16-ounce soda. All ice.
So I'll go to non-alcohol division here because baseball game normally you do multiple beers.
All right.
2 hot dogs, a refillable soda cup, and a pretzel bites gets me to $16 and leaving $1 over to give to Frank Nicotero.
Or a tip. I'll do 2 beers. That takes me to 10. Hot dog for 4. Peanuts for $2.50. $16.50. Tip 50 cents. Chris, any?
Yeah, I would take the beer.
Yeah.
Pretzel.
Yeah.
Hot dog, popcorn.
It's a pretty good deal.
That's pretty good.
I mean, by the way, that's amazing, and that's becoming a trend of sorts that other teams are doing with lower prices at a moment.
I got to give Arthur Blank some credit on this because Atlanta was the one when they built Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Correct.
They did this fan-friendly pricing. We saw it at the national championship game on Monday. Look, you're already getting everyone's money to go to these games to begin with. It makes no sense that most places just, as a sign of goodwill to their fans, just do this.
And a $4 soda, I mean, how much is that? That's cost them about 7 cents, right?
If even.
If that.
Yeah. And of course, so you mentioned that it's like South Point pricing for the Super Bowl. And, I know you had Limonati on yesterday. We have great food specials down there. You don't have to milk the public every second of every day.
And people will go there and probably spend more than they would have instead of going, we're going to sneak in our own stuff. They'll sell more, I think.
There's a lot of guys, I know myself, I've taken, my kids are older now, but when I was, they were younger, I'd take kids. I mean, you're looking, $600, $700, $800 to go to a baseball game.
Ridiculous.
By the time you pay for everything.
So good for you on Orioles. I will root for you a little more this year because I think that is... That's wonderful. Cheap prices. By the way, Chris mentioned Mike Limonati was on the show. Just real quick, Jeff, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Come down to the viewing party at the South Point. Both conference championship games. I will be at the early game. There's the graphic. Thank you, Drew Doug. Doors at 11:30. I will be there. I'm going to do a little filming. We're going to talk to some people before the game, see who they're feeling on the NFC game. It's free. It's free to get in. He's giving away over $1,000, $250 at the end of each quarter. Stay for the AFC Championship. Drink specials, food. It is the best environment. And as Chris always says, best TV in Vegas.
I think it's the best TV in Vegas.
Great TV. So
by the way, I went down there last week. Mike didn't mention it yesterday on the show. He's a big Cowboy fan.
He is.
He's in a Redskin out.
No.
I said, Mike, what are you switching? He goes, I lost a bet.
Okay. So, you're allowed that. Yeah. By the way, and if you do come down, folks, I can't do any signings tomorrow. So if you're there, you can say hello. Just wait, and there you go. I can't. I don't have time to sign. A lot of people probably have the Las Vegas Weekly. They'll want me to sign.
Yeah, you and McCartney have the same problem.
It's me and Macca. All right, so punch bowl. Grab a punch bowl. We got a couple more.
I got 2.
Punch bowl 2.
Frank, what's a good prop bet in the AFC Championship game?
Yes.
Frank,
Well,
are you taking the chucker bet?
I will do the chucker bet, but not on Mahomes. He never cashes in. I'll go Josh Allen. Now, the reason I brought this up, the AFC Championship, it's being played in Kansas City, and we have a clip. Clip number 2, this is a lip reader checking out Taylor Swift and Cece in the box and telling us their conversation.
I think even if they want...
Turn it up a little, please.
I know, but it's supposed to go to the both. Mm-hmm. Sometimes my brain starts seeing it in circles. I mean, do you really think that... He was open.
So there you go, 2 of the biggest female stars in the world right now. This lip reader, she's on TikTok. She's in my algorithm. She'll decipher videos of famous people, like at like presidents, whatever. It's very entertaining. But I just love when she goes.
If you're looking props-wise, just keep attacking those Kelsey props. He only plays in the postseason at this
He
point.
only plays in the postseason. He always plays well in front of his chick, as a lot of people have pointed out. But I think, what is his yardage at?
So
it's not
totally. I mean, look, 52.5 last week was a gift, and he got over it in the first half.
Yeah.
What do we have?
Where's the sheet?
I don't have my sheet.
I don't have the sheet either.
Now we're gonna have to do this at 3.
Oh!
Whoa!
And
I would imagine you probably have like 71.5, 72.5 would be my guess.
Ashley put up the props. So
Ashley
I don't know.
did. All right, we'll check that out. But Kelsey's going to get the ball.
I mean,
Feed
look,
Kelsey.
as long as you're not going above 80 like beforehand, I understand it's 20 more yards. Well, he's going to perform in this game.
Okay, there you go.
And then you want number 3?
Yeah, we got one more clip.
What is the final score of the AFC Championship game, Frank?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Buffalo 31-28.
Wow.
No, but 31-28.
Only had it going over by
only
almost
by a
10
few.
points.
Yeah.
Wait, me? I'll go that.
Kansas City 23-13.
Buffalo's only going to score 13 points.
Yeah.
Ooh, Chris, any feel on this game? How's the action on the game? The handle pretty good.
Excuse me. Handle's terrific everywhere.
Yeah.
We opened 1.5. First plays came in on the favorite. We went to 2, and since then it's been mostly on the dogs. I have a feeling we'll be back to 1.5 at some point. Total, they're betting mostly over, but I had one sharp guy bet me under 48.5.
Okay.
So we are at 48 right now, but
Right.
I think that's going to wind up trending upwards also.
What are you looking forward to in these games? I mean, these should be 2 very good ball games.
Look, you got a third time around in the NFC title game.
Yeah.
Like I said to Chris, I don't really want to make a bet on the game until I see what Jalen Hurts is. If Jalen Hurts is not 100%, Washington is very much live to pull that upset. It is the first non-perfect weather condition playoff game they played.
Right.
Tampa, even though it was colder than usual, still was ideal conditions, and Detroit was indoors. So we'll see how they are. And then it's Kansas City, Buffalo again in the playoffs.
There's that stat, too, with 4 road games in a row with the
I forgot about the last week in regular
We
season.
showed it yesterday, with
that's
the
big.
Commanders. I got their name right.
Those have been known to reverse, though, too. So, I mean, don't just buy into that
Right.
totally.
And Chris, what do you think of the Pete Carroll hiring here in Las Vegas for the Raiders?
Okay. I was thinking about this, and I think somebody else mentioned that on Twitter, and I'd give him credit if I could. He's too old.
Right.
Our last 2 elections in this country, we elected guys older than him to have the nuclear codes and set laws for the country.
Yeah.
And we're talking about a guy who's, let's face it, the assistant coaches are going to be calling the plays. He's just kind of setting the tone.
Right.
So, too old?
It's not.
Not really, no.
A couple quick comments. New bet alert. Reno Paul, every team to score at least 2 touchdowns, plus 170. I know Paul hit last week with every team to score at least 1 touchdown. Interesting bet. JR is out of his meeting. Johnny's in the house. We always love when you're there. And a couple happy birthday Alex Whites. Happy birthday to Alex. Shut up, Keith. All right. There you go. So that was, we have a clip. So here's the last clip, Punch Bowl 3, the reason I asked about the AFC. So I was just trying to show animals clips of football players. Have you seen these? They'll go to the zoo. We showed Ashton Genty. Some guy caught a fish, showed the fish Ashton Genty clips. People show clips. So here we go. Here's the deer looking at Josh Allen clips. And now here's Josh Allen looking at deer clips. I thought that was a clever spin because usually it's just animals looking. Now he's looking
Was
at
Ashton Genty in Utah by any chance? Isn't there an ATM machine?
You know what? You might be honest. I still think Caden has something to do with this, ladies and gentlemen. Where's Caden's whereabouts? All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's our picks. We have one more coming up at the end of the show. You got your Kenny White Dog of the Day. But ladies and gentlemen, he's brought his gavel. It's time for Judge Chris Anders. There it comes. There it is. Judge Chris.
There was no study guide for me today, Frank.
No, I did not give you any advance warning. Vince, why is that? Because I wrote them before the show. Okay, here we go. No, one of them I had last night. So here we go. This is where Chris Andrews will pick who he feels is more right, Jeff or I, in an argument. And the first one, best quarterback to never win a Super Bowl. Counselor Parles, you can go first. I would prefer if you'd show your bobblehead to the judge first. Let him decide if that is a valid representation of Jeff Parles. He's got his gavel. You have to make official. You have to make it.
No. Jeff in a yellow tie?
That's exactly what, exactly what he said. He goes, when's the last time you wore a tie?
Oh, jeez. Someone's wedding. I don't remember whose. I think I had to because I was in the wedding.
I don't know.
All right, what was the question again?
Best quarterback never to win a Super Bowl.
Do I go serious or do I go ridiculous? No, we'll go serious. I'm going to take it because I think you're going to take it. We'll take Mr. Marino at this point. Statistically speaking, he only played in one Super Bowl. One of the best statistical quarterbacks of all time. By the way, he was a Pitt Panther too, Frank.
Was he?
I don't know if you knew that or not.
Sat my ass on those cold bleachers to watch him play
for
once.
all the stats, all the regular season numbers, all the playoff appearances, don't forget not even win a Super Bowl. Only make one Super Bowl. Dan Marino is my pick for that answer.
Your Honor, respectfully, Mr. Parles, good morning. Good to see you. Your Honor, always a pleasure. You look very handsome today.
Suck up.
Your Honor, I will.
Oh yeah,
I will. It's National Compliment Day.
You must be looking for my credit card to play.
Anna's on fire in the corner today. Just the left field comments she shot out today have been great. Your Honor, I will stick with Western Pennsylvania, which we all know is where the greatest people on earth come from. I will go with a man who lost 4 Super Bowls in a row.
Okay.
Is a Hall of Famer. I will go with Mr. Jim Kelly, who's done so much great charitable work in the afterwards. He's such a great guy. And Jim Kelly, who was the MVP of the USFL. He threw for like 9,000 yards in one season or something ridiculous. He made his way to Buffalo. Jim Kelly.
I'm going to rule for Jeff. But I knew you were up against it, and that's the only two possible answers.
That's the only other one you can take.
The only two possible answers, both from Western Pennsylvania.
I mean, Rex Grossman? No, but even like not to make the play. That's pretty much it. I mean,
look,
Phil Rivers.
Those guys are better than Rivers. Tarkenton's not a bad one. But those are the two clear answers.
Yeah, two clear answers. But you got to give Jeff the nod with Marino.
I mean, was it Marino's second year?
I think it's second year.
Second year,
84, because he got drafted in 83
and got crushed by the Niners. And I remember watching that game. I actually, shameless plug, but in the Las Vegas Weekly article that's out now, I mentioned the first bet I ever took was that Super Bowl because I was such a Marino fan. I bet a kid $15, and then I said to make it interesting, $1 per point differential. Whoa. So yeah, that was all my Christmas money gone. Like $34 was ridiculous. Yikes. That taught me a valuable lesson: never to make bets like that.
Don't points bet, Frank.
All right, here we go. Next one. 2026 NFL draft is being held in Pittsburgh. Just announced yesterday.
Okay.
Pretty exciting. I'd like to maybe go back for that. Is the jet? Can we get the jet field?
Sure.
Okay. Jets field. Jeff?
Wow.
Okay. Get your Permani sandwich. Who will be the Steelers starting quarterback for the 2026 season?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Frank, you go first.
All right. I will go Will Howard, quarterback, Ohio State University. They're going to draft him.
Oh, boy. Geez.
They're going to draft Will Howard, have Justin Fields play a year, then trade him or cut him. Will Howard is my guess.
That'd be a hell of a way for Tomlin to lose his over 500 streak. I have Will Howard starting in that.
6'4", fast.
Boy, oh my goodness. 2026.
Your Honor, this is taking way too much time. Yes.
Right? Not 2025.
It could be someone on the roster now.
2026. Justin Fields will be the starter week 1 in 2026.
So you picked 2 Ohio State guys.
Yeah, it's true.
I got to go with Jeff. Will Howard is not going to be an NFL quarterback. I got news for you. I hate to tell you.
Reno Paul, best quarterback never to win a Super Bowl. Tommy Maddox. Didn't Tommy Maddox win a championship with the LA Express, says Dean Hilt? He might have. That's where they got him.
Well, was Maddox not the backup when Roethlisberger they won?
You know who else would have been a decent choice?
I don't think so. I don't think.
No, when he started, because Maddox got hurt and Roethlisberger came.
But we didn't win it that year. I don't know if he has a ring.
Wasn't who's the backup for Super Bowl 40?
Mark Malone.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Stout.
No, I don't know. But I was going to give you one.
Was it Charlie Batch?
I think that might have been
Charlie
the backup.
Batch.
But one more quarterback we're talking about who didn't win the Super Bowl, Dan Fouts.
Oh,
also a good one.
I'll tell you, Eric Coryell, when I was a kid, you'd watch the Steeler games at 1, and the late game was always, it was either Denver or San Diego usually.
Okay.
And mostly San Diego. And I loved watching J.J. Jefferson, Kellen Winslow.
By the way, Tommy Maddox and Charlie Batch were both on that team in 2000.
So Maddox has a ring.
Yeah.
Kudos to you, Jeff. I didn't know.
So just to show you how badly the game, or how much the game has changed.
Right.
Go look up Dan Fouts' stats.
Oh.
They're terrible.
Oh, come on, really?
Yeah.
Wait, just to
he has almost as many interceptions as touchdowns.
And the completion percentage.
But you and I, now Jeff's a little too young,
Right.
but you and I remember how great. And matter of fact, Damashek will tell you too that story how the Steelers did not want to face Fouts. And I told Dave because he was too young to remember. I remember that year. I guess it was the 79 season we played in the 80 Super Bowl. Chargers murdered them.
Yeah,
and I remember.
Oh, I remember that game. At halftime, it was over.
Yeah, and I remember telling Dave, and he was too young to remember too. I said, I have this memory burn of Bradshaw on the bench, just like shaking his head. I mean, we all have bad games.
Yeah.
The Steelers had as much confidence as anybody.
Excuse me.
But you could see Bradshaw was shook. Like, I don't know if we could beat these guys. And evidently, Joe Green felt the same way and gave. Who beat?
I was going to ask you, was it Dolphins?
I think
maybe?
it was the Oilers.
Oilers or something? That's probably the Oilers.
I think it was the Oilers. He
Blue.
gave Bum Phillips some tips on how to beat the Chargers because he didn't want to face the Chargers again.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, final one, guys. Now, we're going to exclude Michael's, which we know is the finest steak joint here, and Silverado, also one of my favorite steak joints because that's where we had our first dinner together, me, you, and Ann, and Vinny. But here we go. You two are both locals, both been around. Okay. Best steak in Las Vegas, besides the two establishments here. I think I know what you're going to say. Best steak in Las Vegas.
I want to hear your answer first.
Texas Roadhouse on St. Rose Parkway. The reason I say this is because you get those warm rolls with the cinnamon apple butter. Vince is with me. You know what? Okay.
What happened?
I have to hear both.
Hold on.
You just made your
I'm
statement.
not going with that. I'll go with that.
Too late.
The Circus has the low key one. That one's
Actually,
pretty good.
Circus is very good.
That was a pretty good steak at Circus. Outback. All right, Jeff, go ahead. I just want to hear what you guys think. The best steakhouse besides Michael's.
The best steakhouse in Las Vegas. There's a lot of good answers.
Give me
but
a couple.
I go with Prime and Bellagio. Even though you have to pay an arm and a leg to eat there, that's still my favorite steakhouse.
Okay, I haven't been there.
And what was? I've actually eaten at the. I've eaten at the Circus.
I've heard it's good.
Very good.
It is very good.
Somebody took me there, and I said, he said, no. He goes, I'm telling you, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. I was very pleasantly surprised.
I'd say before I had this job, I was on a trip here with Courtney. She's like, no, trust me, it's really, really good. It's got the leather things. And
it's an old-fashioned steakhouse.
But
I'm going to go with Frank on this one. Prime is very good, but like you said, you better mortgage your house before you get there. But I'm going to tell you, probably the best I've had in town, besides Michael's, I would say was Kraft Steak at the MGM.
That's good too.
Really Kraft Steak.
Yeah.
Okay, my buddy's coming out.
There's a lot of good, like strip steak. Like obviously, Michael's is unbelievable, and also too affordability wise. Go to Silverado, as you know, here on property.
I'm going to tell you too with the Kraft Steak. This was 20 years. I think it was before my current wife.
Okay.
Anyway, I was there with a good friend of mine who happened, and I always joke with him. He's the only guy I know, dead serious, who actually struck oil. He was with he formed his own. So he said, and I'm there, Macallan Scotch, whatever it was. It was like the 50-year-old Macallan. He says, get it. I said, Alan, I don't want to get it.
Yeah.
And he ordered it. It was like $3.50 a shot.
Oh, yeah.
This was like 25 years ago. Who knows?
So I said, 2000 now.
Yeah. I said, okay, I'll drink it. So not only was it a great dinner, he picked up the check.
Yeah, there you go. I had a Macallan 30 once at the Beverly Hills Hotel or something. Yeah. It is candy.
Oh, yeah.
It's unbelievable. Also, Golden Steer is one you're a big fan of.
Golden Steer is awesome. Yeah,
I get to
Golden
go there.
Steer is terrific.
Could you get like the John Wayne booth or whatever?
So it's a Golden Steer, like the Longhorn steak with lobster tail on the side, like the
because I've seen it.
That's hard.
That's pretty hard to beat too.
And is that
the
affordable?
Golden Steer?
The Vegas steakhouse.
Yeah,
you're
it's
paying.
pricey.
Yeah,
it's pricey.
Because I've always seen it that was the first Capriati's I ever went to. So I used to see.
I think it's the first one in town.
Yeah, that was the one I always went to.
All right, boy, the Golden Steer, that's terrific. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Kenny White's dog of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, what is this? Oh no! I touched it. You are so cruel. I had National Compliment Day. I have been so nice to you all day, and you made me touch something I haven't touched in 46 years.
I gotta tell you, that was cold.
Oh,
that's cold, man.
Oh, and E2 Brute. Is that what it is from Julius Caesar? Something like that. Oh my God. I'll tell you what. We'll put the 3-point contest on this. Jeff and I I'm going to hit 27. All right, I can't. Ann, I thought she was throwing me a poker chip. Like, hey, good luck. That was a pink poker chip. Time for Kenny White's dog of the day, Drew Dog. Drew Dog, Kenny White's dog. Drew Dog, great job today, Jerry, Vince, and with a lot of quips today. Very funny. Very funny today. Villanova, plus 9.5 at Marquette. I know it's Marquette.
Marquette. I like
Marquette. Al Michaels won the, Al McGuire, or who was the
Al McGuire?
Al McGuire
won the national championship.
National championship, like in '70.
Was it Butch Lee? I think was the point guard there.
Marquette. And by the way, when Marquette was in the Big East, they had a kid named Dwayne Wade who would come in.
Well, Marquette wasn't in the Big East at that point. CUSA at that point.
They played Pitt. Are you sure?
They were not in the Big East.
Okay,
yet.
well, they played Pitt once, and I saw that. He was unbelievable. Are you sure?
They weren't there when Wade was there. They weren't there yet.
Anyway, I remember watching him play at Marquette. He was
pretty
awesome.
good. That Wade guy was pretty good.
He was pretty good. He's not bad. They should give him a statue that looks nothing like him.
You know what? Maurice Lucas.
Mo Lucas.
Maurice Lucas.
Anyway, that's his dog of the day. Here's our dog of the day. A little cute dog clip. All right, let's see here. Bro thought it was for him. Oh, look, the guy on TV has a piece of pizza, and the dog thinks it's for him.
Oh.
He's holding it under the table.
Oh, God.
Oh, retrievers. Oh, man. So cute. Chris, anything else for the weekend? Anything else we should know? What's going on? Come down to the South Point.
Big day of basketball tomorrow, and they will start getting probably all the props we put up today. They'll start betting them probably this afternoon while Jeff and I are doing
Sports Football Frenzy at 3 p.m. And 53 hours from now, ladies and gentlemen, we will know the matchup for Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. Go Buffalo. I'm rooting Buffalo all weekend.
Frank will take the over in the Super Bowl. That's all I know.
Probably right. Yeah. Punchlines. Line stands for Live in Nevada every show. Thank you, Jeff and Chris.